Hello everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe. Lately, the last couple of days, I've had pretty much subscriber boom. I thank all those for joining, and I thank all of you for, subscribing to the group. I mean, to the to the YouTube channel. I'm sorry, to the YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. No, I do not make money. My channel is to make people feel that they're not alone, that there is better life, even though sometimes videos aren't all that positive. But let's go on. So, for relatively a couple of weeks, I felt pretty good. Able to get out and do things and just really stay controlled, But like starting Saturday, it's been a nightmare. It's been awful. Saturday I felt awful all day. I did push myself to go to church and do my obligations there, where I record mass, and I'm not going to go into the whole thing. So I went and did that, and I came back home and edited and literally went to bed. It was like 8:30 on a Saturday night, and I was in bed. I just felt awful, dragging, tinnitus, literally off the wall, and it's been off the wall since Saturday. And Sunday I didn't feel good. I literally spent the day on the couch or the chair or in bed all day. Monday was pretty much the same thing. I was able to do things around the house. And then Tuesday, I went shopping because we really needed food. And I kind of pushed myself to do that. I felt good in the morning, but then when I got back, I started feeling it again. The tinnitus was booming, and every time I go to the store, it's the bright lights, it's everything. So I try to get in and out as fast as I can. And then Wednesday, I had to run some errands, and I felt good. I woke up, I felt great. Well, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I felt good. I went and ran my errands, came back and did the Meniere's Zoom support group 10 o'clock meeting, which I do every week, and it's a lot of fun. So you really should look into doing that if you want to. It's a bunch of people talking. It's great. But after that meeting, it was, tinnitus off the wall, vertigo, awful. I was in bed. I was slept all afternoon. I didn't cook dinner. I did nothing. I slept literally on the couch all afternoon. And then Thursday was just about the same thing. Just awful. Just hung out and slept, and I did manage to cook dinner, but that was about it. And then today, I woke up, I was all stuffed up, and vertigo and tinnitus was really loud. It's still really loud. Well, it's not too bad right now, but there's no storms, there's nothing coming, so I know it's not the weather, and I know it's not something I ate. So, maybe the weather, maybe the seasons changing is causing this. I did go back, and that's why I always talk about, I have to turn my head, but that's why I always talk about keeping a journal, because I went back this morning and I went, okay, most of my attacks happen October, November. That's most of the time I don't feel well. October, November, and then the middle of April to the middle of May, and sometimes till June, I go through this. So I know probably for the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But that's why I say keep a journal. Okay, because now I went back myself and figured out, okay, this is why I'm feeling awful. So, but yeah, it's been crazy. And I know a lot of other people have had problems, because I've seen posts about ear fullness. I've got it. Tinnitus, I've got it. Vertigo, how do you make it stop? And this, that, and the other thing. I've seen a lot of posts. And if you go on my channel, you can find medications that I use to help with it. It relieves it. It doesn't necessarily make it go away right away. But yeah, I've been, it's been one of those weeks. And I haven't really done a video. So I've been reposting stuff lately. But, one of the things that really kind of dug at me a little bit is I wish there was a way that somebody could enter our brains and see what actually goes on inside of us. Just to see what goes on. Because see, right now, you look at me, I look fine. Maybe my eyes are a little droopy. But, I mean, if you look at me in this video, I look fine. I don't look sick. But I feel like crap, So, but, sometimes I wonder if we had this little thing that could make somebody like this big, it can go in their brain, it can actually see our brains work, they would be shocked. And this was a discussion we kind of had last night on another Zoom meeting that I had. And I'm sorry, Joy, I could not remember the name of your group or the Zoom meeting, what it's called. But it's 8 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday nights, and I did join that. I did do that last night. Just to see that our brains don't work like somebody who doesn't have Meniere's disease or a vestibular problem. Because you got to think, our brains are compensating all the time. All the time. They're compensating for balance. I had a labyrinthectomy. I've got no balance in this ear. I'm deaf in this ear. And now this ear is affected. So, my brain is compensating for balance, hearing, all these different things, plus a normal thing, doing normal activities. How many times do we go into a room where, and this has literally happened to me, it happens on me on a daily basis. I go to take my medications. I go in my room. I go in the kitchen to get my medications through on the refrigerator, and I turn around and go, why am I in here? I can't remember why I'm in here. I walk out, and then I walk back in because then I remember why I'm in there. I mean, how many times I've literally gone into the bathroom because I've had to go to the bathroom and walked in and go, why am I here? Oh, okay. And then I walk out, and 5 minutes later, it's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I mean, it happens to all of us. We forget things, we slip things. And it's just because our brains are just overworked. It's exhausting. And it's not exhausting like physical. It's your brain can make you exhausted. So it's like sometimes I wish people could see that. See our brains in action and be like, holy crap. Like my brain, my eyes are the ones that does the brain. So my eyes are sending information to my brain to help me balance, because my ears can't do it right. If I close my eyes, I walk into walls, I'll fall down, I do all kinds of stuff. And it's a struggle every day. And sometimes people don't realize this. They know we have issues, and they do try their best to understand. But as one thing my mother had told me, when she had cancer, you'll never understand what I'm going through right now, because you don't have it. And a lot of times you have to have it to understand it. You just can't understand our lives on a daily basis. It's awful. It's very, very awful. And it's a struggle every single day, to watch if you could see our brains, if you could see what we do 24 hours a day, you'd be shocked. I've almost thought about setting up a webcam in my living room, just so and making a video, like an 8-hour video, so people could see what goes on in my head all day and what I'm doing all day. Walking into rooms and going, why am I here? And, and things like that. Or, I get audio hallucinations. I don't know if anybody else gets that, but I get it. And it's crazy because all of a sudden, I know when the dogs bark, someone's at the door or there's something going around. But sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm watching the news and I'm hearing like Beatles music. And I turn the volume down on the television, I'm still hearing it. I go to the stereo's off. I go to my computer's off. My the radio, I have a stereo in the kitchen for my wife. That's off. All the things are off in my head, and I'm hearing, I Am the Eggman by the Beatles, in my head. Like there's a radio on, or I'm playing the Magical Mystery Tour album. And it's weird, but it's not there. And then it goes away. So it's just like, if you could see that, you could see me running around the house. And it happened to me Wednesday. I'm walking around the house making sure everybody's radios off, computers are off, everything. Stereos, my computer, volumes are down on everything. And I'm still hearing, hello, welcome to the mystery tour. And I'm still hearing that. And I'm like, oh my God, it wouldn't go away. But I know I have that because sometimes I hear things that's just not there. And that's been going on since I've had Meniere's. And maybe that's what they call like musical ear. It's because I've heard the term musical ear. I looked it up one time. And you can hear like music, like bells and things like that. But I was actually hearing an album. So it was weird. It was very, very weird. But on that note, I wanted to explain my week because I know a lot of other people are suffering. Believe me, you're not alone in this. You really are not alone. Don't feel alone. That's why the support groups, that's why I have my YouTube channel, and there are other channels out there. Veda is a good thing. I have a group, my own group, that if you hit the corner, you'll see it up on top of my bar on my channel, that if you wanted to join, you can. I won't mention the name of the group because I do post this in separate groups, and a lot of people get mad about that, and I don't want to make anybody mad. So on that note, hey, I hope you all have a great Friday, great weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.